Jeff and Jeremy. It's like a radiogasm.
I said, hey, babe, check it out on the podcast.
Apple Podcast, Google Podcast,
and Spotify.
All this is going viral.
They are on their final tour. The end of the road. Paul Stanley says,
am I having a flashback to 1998?
This is it, guys.
When something comes to an end, people have a tendency to say, if I had only known. Well, now people know. And for the people who are seeing us for the first time, you have a lot of people going, gee, I wish I joined the party earlier.
Yeah. So he says, this is going to be it for these guys.
I want to go back into the archives of the last 22 years and see if that exact statement was ever muttered out of Paul Stanley's mouth, because chances are that it was through all the final show talk, the farewell tour.
Well, think about it. I mean,
22-year farewell tour, man. That's pretty good.
He talks about it here, but I mean, it's not just going out and playing a song, right? I mean, it's not like he's, going out there like Bob Denver used to just go out there with his guitar and sing into a microphone. These guys put on all these costumes and they have all this production.
We're really at the top of our game right now, and that really seemed the right time to maybe take a victory lap. And look, if we were wearing T-shirts and jeans, we could play into our 90s, but we're wearing 40 plus pounds of gear and running around like an Olympic marathon. So it's just not possible to continue doing this the way we do it.
What about kissing when they're in wheelchairs? And then they just have roaches.
In the same breath, he literally said, we are at the top of our game, but we're too tired to do this anymore.
Well, I think what he was saying is, with all the gear and everything they weigh, they can't do it much longer. Like,
yes,
I don't think.
Okay, but
but you can't be at the top of your game. Yeah.
If you're feeling that way, you're not at the top of your game. Okay. So don't try. I mean, you're trying to sell tickets. I understand. Good for you on that one, but we're picking up on the mixed messages here. Okay, the mixed messages are, God, we're tired of lugging around 40 pounds of equipment for 2 hours every night, but we have enough of it left over to get it done. Not we're at the top of our game.
Don't you think all these guys have made enough money? I mean, God, we know Gene has, right? I mean, I'm trying to understand why they must still love to play. I mean, I can't imagine they need more money. It seems like they had a great career. They had a huge following. I mean, look at I don't know if Paul and all the other guys in the band make money off of all the little trinkets and kiss coffins and all that kind of stuff, or if that's all Gene. But
I don't think it's that, though. I think when you're a performer, you go until you're done. You go until you can't go anymore. It's in their blood. I mean, they just do that. I mean, that's what performers do. It's what's their drive. I mean, how many times have we seen actors or most notably, I think, journalists and the 60 Minutes guys come to mind, where they say, okay, that's it, I'm done, and then within months they're dead. They pass
Morty
away. Schaefer, Andy Rooney.
Both of them.
I mean, they said, okay, we're done with 60 Minutes, and as soon as they were done,
I always thought that was sad.
Super sad.
Because, I mean, literally, did you get to enjoy your life? I mean, yes, I understand you enjoyed your work.
I think they did, yes.
But there's other things in life. But the same
to
enjoy.
The guys in Kiss, they loved what they did. They love what they do. And if what's the old adage? If you do a job you love, you never have to work a day in your life. That's what they're doing. Yeah. I mean,
but there's other things in life besides what your work, even if you love it.
For some, for others, it's their livelihood. It's what they do.
Yeah, I guess it's whatever your path is.
You do this till you die?
No. I love doing this. This is fun. I'm going to do this as long as they let me do it, but it's not going to be when I'm 70. Die? I'm not doing this when I'm 70.
What if it's until you die?
Well, I mean, if I die, early, then yes, I'll do it till I die.
70's the new 60, man. Come on.
But, I at some point, I want to do other things. I want to travel. I want to, do that retired thing.
What's the retired thing?
You go do things that you weren't able to do while you were working because you had to go to work every day. So maybe you take a month and you live in Mexico, or you take a month and you go fishing some of the greatest rivers in the world or something like that. Of course, I'm going to need to win the lotto because, this career has never panned out to make me that kind of money.
Did you buy a ticket?
I could just do whatever I want when I want.
Did you buy a ticket for last night's lotto?
No.
Oh, I did. I have not checked my numbers yet. Did somebody win?
God, I hope you don't win.
Was it purchased in a Royal Grande?
Hope you don't win. Because then I'm screwed.
I know.
I'll be so mad.
No, you wouldn't be screwed. You'd just be in the same position you're in now.
I will quit. If you win the lotto, I'm quitting.
Why?
Because I can't look at your freaking face every day.
I would come
knowing
to work
that
every day.
I didn't buy a lotto ticket. I could have how many millions? Are we giving each other a million?
I don't know, but this is like 400 million. Chances are you wouldn't be looking at my face every day.
Well, you don't need to be
I also don't want to be doing this until I'm 70.
a lottery winner to take advantage of all the great deals that they have going on right now at Paso Robles Ford. Yes, we could pull it in there. Lots of trucks, lots of SUVs, lots of rebates and finance incentives right now, like we've been talking about for quite some time.
It's
you don't
the
have to
next
make
best thing to winning the lotto.
Yeah, you don't have to make a payment till spring. So you get something brand new. Can you imagine driving off the lot in a brand new whatever you want?
Until spring.
And you don't have to pay for it.
Yeah.
Not for 3 months anyways.
Until spring, it will be like winning the lotto. For 90 days. It'll be like winning the lotto.
You just go in there. You don't have to give them any money down. If you qualify, I mean, come on. You could just walk in there. They give you the keys. You take off. You drive it for 3 months and get to enjoy it before payments start to kick in. That's what's going on right now at Paso Robles Ford. They want to remind you, of course, that it's safe. It's sanitary. They're following all the COVID-19 guidelines if you want to come into the dealership. But if you're still trying to play it extra safe, we understand that, and so do they will bring the vehicle to you.
Yeah. And it's not just new cars. They've got a great inventory of used and pre-owned and great cars that have come in on trade, with people taking advantage of these great financing options up at Paso Robles Ford. So peruse their inventory now. Check out PasoFord.com.
Some new news has come out about upcoming hosts for Jeopardy. Ken Jennings,
KJ.
he's going to start on Monday, and he'll be hosting. I don't know how long. Is he just hosting for a week? Yeah, he'll do the first week of new shows, it says. I thought he was going to be on longer than that. But then news out today. Did you hear who's up after Ken? Katie Couric. Yeah, right? I rolled my eyes, too.
You didn't see the look on my face. I realized we're doing the radio, but I just was like, oh, great.
Pretty lame.
Whatever.
Pretty lame.
I guess she would be good.
Come on.
I guess she would be good.
What we need is we need like an actor, comedian to come in and host this show. But you can't you don't want somebody silly. Like, you wouldn't want Will Ferrell to come in and do it, even though he's played Alex Trebek. That makes it even more weird.
Yeah, it would be strange.
But think about this. What about Nick Offerman? Ron Swanson. As Ron Swanson.
Yeah, but the thing is, Nick Offerman doesn't like to be Ron Swanson. That's the thing, is like, he doesn't like to play that character. Now, I'm sure for a paycheck.
But he doesn't have to be Ron Swanson. He just has to be, he can be Nick Offerman, but those traits of Ron Swanson, some of those traits.
He'd be good.
Because he's serious, but he's funny. You need somebody who has a dry sense of humor, don't you think?
Yeah.
But can be really funny and sarcastic. Because you got these nerds sitting there, and you got to be able to make fun of them in a subtle way.
You know who I want? And it's just because they did such a good job with sports and rock and roll. Jeopardy's. It's Dan Patrick or...
See, now, Dan Patrick is...
Or Jeff Probst. Probst?
I like Jeff Probst.
Probst?
I don't know how you say his last name. The guy from Survivor, right?
Yeah, but he makes so much money on Survivor, and he gets to go to those exotic locales. I mean, imagine having to be stuck in Burbank.
We talked about this, though. He's too short for the podium.
Well, they'll adjust the podium.
You'd have to step down.
TV has taught us anything. They'll adjust the podium.
My other one was Bill Murray.
Yeah, he's not going to do
it. Why not? He would be great at it.
It's too much work.
He's got the right temperament. He's got the right amount of everything.
I'm surprised Ryan Seacrest's name hasn't been kicked around, just because the guy does everything.
I know, but listen, you could put anybody in there and host it. Sure, I understand that. But to make it better, to make it different, You want to take it
I don't think there's any making it better.
I don't know.
I mean,
think
those are
if you
big
put the
shoes-
right host in
those
there.
are big shoes to fill, and anybody who steps into that role is going to be
Katie Couric is terrible.
Met with scrutiny.
Isn't Katie Couric not just it's just terrible.
She's friendly, though. I mean, she's friendly. And she probably, I mean, you got to look at this as a,
but you're dealing
as
with
a general
with
manager in a
nerds.
sports game,
I don't know if you need to be
in
friendly.
a sports franchise. You don't want somebody who's going to demand a high price tag. What's Katie Couric's price tag now? Probably next to nothing. Right. I mean, she's like Cam Newton, you know? I mean, you could get her for $1 million a year on a year-to-year contract. If it doesn't work out, you're not out a lot of money.
So she's friendly. You think that's why she's good?
Yeah, she is friendly. I think she'll be okay. I think she'll
Willie
be okay.
writes in, he says, Bill Murray's too much of a stoner. That would add to it, man. You need somebody who can just look at people when they answer a question with a look, and it'll be fun.
It would be fun.
I guess I want it to be funny. I always thought that show, that's the only, Alex Trebek could be funny because he had a dry sense of humor, and but it was few and far between.
Yes, it was.
Michael Strahan, I don't know if I
Nope.
I don't know what that wouldn't be. Let him go do like some goofy game show during the day or the morning, or keep doing the talk show thing. I don't know.
Michael Strahan's got a great agent.
Like Carson Daly, I don't think he would be great at this.
Michael
either.
Strahan was able to parlay a football career into a television career.
Yeah, I never found him that
amazing.
entertaining on TV.
No, I mean, he's just
great football player.
He's a meathead with a little bit of a personality and a gap between his tooth. And he was handed the sacks record by his buddy Brett Favre. When Brett Favre fell down in the pocket and he got his record-breaking sack for the season. He's got a good agent.
Anybody else? 805-543-3693. LeVar Burton. Is LeVar Burton the kind of the big, heavy comedian that was on the first episode of Last Comic Standing? He's also, I think that's who he is. I guess I could Google him. I think that's the guy, and I think he's on Better Call Saul. He's pretty funny, but yeah, he's pretty funny. I just want somebody who's funny but not loud. It's somebody who's funny but, can do it in a very calm, dry way.
I would like to see, he would never do it, but I would like to see.
I'm not talking, that is not who I thought it was. Sorry.
Steve Carell. You have it written down?
Look at number 2.
Steve Carell.
And then I moved Bill Murray. The thing is, I think Steve Carell he would have to, it'd be a passion project. Number one,
I don't think
it's a lot of money.
I don't think he would do it.
But he could be great at it.
And he'd have fun with it. LeVar Burton was the host of Reading Rainbow.
Oh, my God, I didn't recognize him because all these pictures, he has gray hair.
Yeah. There's a petition to make him the new host.
Oh, really?
Of Jeopardy.
Take a look. It's in a book. Gosh, I love that show. He's a reading rainbow. And the funny thing was, he was never really on the show except for the beginning, right? In the end, he kind of like just opened it and closed it. It's like when Lester Holt comes on and goes, "This is Dateline." And then he's gone. And then it's 2 other people that run the whole thing. It's like, what is it? Why is that even necessary?
How does he get the lead credit for that?
I don't know.
I mean,
Talk
about a great
on
agent.
Dateline with Lester Holt,
Yeah.
but he doesn't do anything.
And then Mankiewicz comes in and he says, "Oh, but you didn't let me introduce the show, did you?"
I swear to God, they lose Mankiewicz. I'm never watching it again. I love that show. Oh, my gosh. And then thank God it's the Saturday Night Live comedian, Bill Hader. Dear Lord. If you haven't seen Bill Hader do Josh Mankiewicz, YouTube that right now.
Can we get Bill Hader to host Jeopardy as Josh Mankiewicz? But you didn't give me the correct answer, did you?
Wake up. Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
Ran across some other celebrities that have gone from acting to hosting game shows. Jane Lynch, of course, we know she's been on a couple of different shows.
Oh, Drew Carey.
Drew
Carey's done a phenomenal job.
He's perfect for The Price is Right.
I
So
was
you got to
watching
find the right
Price is
person.
Right over the, I'm stuck up in a house and we got the heat blared. God, you would have hated my in-laws' house over the holidays. I kid you not. The temperature in that place had to be 88. I'm not kidding at all.
Didn't they have a thermostat? Did you go look at it
No,
ever?
because they have a wood-burning stove, and they just continued piling wood into this wood-burning stove. So by the time, like, you'd wake up in the morning, it would be kind of cold. And then, but then by the end of the night, with all the people in there, because it was like, holidays, so people are coming over and stuff like that. I mean, you're talking about, geez. I mean,
where does everybody stay? Did you guys get a bedroom?
We got a bedroom.
How many bedrooms do they have?
Well, a lot of the family lives nearby, so they would just drive home after.
Oh, okay. But you guys are staying there.
Yeah.
Do you have a window in your room?
Yeah.
Did you open it?
No, because it was like, you're talking about like 14 degrees.
It doesn't matter, just to cool the room down. I'd open it for a little bit and close it.
But if it's 14 degrees outside, then it cools down the room quickly when you do that. So you're kind of stuck. And you have to bundle up to go outside. So then you come in and you got to take off all these clothes, and then it's like you're running a marathon. You sweat so much just taking off your clothes. It is ridiculous.
You never thought of going, for God's sake, please, no more wood on the fire.
And the last day, like, it's my job to load up the car, which is a Tetris game that is on steroids, okay? And I'm having to take stuff out of the house and put it in the car, and then make trips, and then put stuff back, and then maneuver stuff around. But because I'm going outside and I'm spending a fair amount of time outside while I'm maneuvering stuff around, but then going inside, I'm working up a sweat doing this, activity anyways. And then I'm bundled up because I'm outside, and it's like at some point I just lost it. I was like, man, it's so hot in this house. And I never speak up in other people's homes. But, dude, I bet there's nothing you can do about it because they're burning wood. So what do you do? I just went outside and stood outside for a while.
Must have been nice, though, to be in a home where they're burning wood. I used to do that when we were kids, and I haven't felt that since I was 16 years old.
You like it when it's 90 degrees inside of a house?
No, that would be a little bit too much. Oh. What does this have to do with Drew Carey again?
I was watching The Price is Right with my great grandmother-in-law, or I'm sorry, my grandmother-in-law, she's 90, and she watches it all the time. So I sat down one morning, I was watching it with her, and it is a really good show. Still, it might be. God, I feel bad for saying this to Bob, but it might be better with Drew than it was with Bob. Drew's a very likable guy.
Well, he's had a lot of time to kind of fit into what he's doing now. No, it's a good fit for that show, and that's what I was saying. Whoever's going to take over for Jeopardy, it's got to be the right fit. And I said Bill Murray or Ron Swanson,
but the right
is Nick
fit.
Offerman or Steve Carell, and I don't know.
So does it have to be somebody like Alex Trebek was? Because Alex Trebek
I don't
came
think so.
across as cold.
Yeah, no.
But
I think at the same time, there's a seriousness to that show. So, you can't have somebody loud and goofy like Drew Carey. He would, I don't think that would be a good fit for
You don't
Drew
think
Carey.
so?
No. He's too animated.
It doesn't allow for him to shine.
The
Price is Right. Definitely. Adam Scott would be a good one.
Adam Scott is hosting a show. I don't know what he's hosting, but he's hosting a show.
Adam Scott, except for when Parks and Rec did that thing where they did the Zoom call episode.
It's called Don't, I guess.
He looked creepy on that Zoom call, didn't he?
He did. He looked like a little, is it gaunt? Is that?
I don't know. Like it was like some Botox problems.
Rob Lowe does a game show. It's called Mental Samurai. I've never seen it.
Sounds a lot like Jeopardy.
And then the guy from Community, Joe McHale.
He does everything.
And what was his show on E?
The Soup?
The Soup, yeah, Talk Soup. Anyway, so he's doing. I guess Alec Baldwin does a game show. I don't know if I would like to see Alec Baldwin as a game show host, but anyways, a lot of different actors have gone to.
Jane Lynch
shows.
wouldn't be bad for Jeopardy.
No, she could.
She could be.
She's dry.
She's dry. Yeah, she's real dry, and
she's funny.
Insulting. You need a tinge of insulting. To like when somebody says something really, really.
What
stupid.
is she doing? A game show? She's doing The Weakest Link. Is that still on?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it is.
I'm sure she'd rather
it's
do
probably
Jeopardy.
not on right now, but with coronavirus and the way NBC schedules stuff, I'm sure that's probably a summertime run, or it's meant to be a summertime run. So I'd say probably look for it in the summertime, but who knows now? I don't know. I don't even watch network TV anymore. I couldn't tell you what's on network TV. Like, remember there was a day when we knew what shows were on what channel on what night.
The only thing I watch on NBC, I think, is This Is Us. The only thing I watch on ABC.
But you watch that on demand, right?
Yeah. Well, no, I don't watch it on demand. I re-record it.
Oh, okay, DVR. So
it's very similar.
That's on demand.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about. I was starting to add up everything that I pay for to watch or to be entertained, and it's really too much money. And I thought the one thing I could probably cut is DirecTV. Just get rid of it. Mm-hmm. But how am I going to watch these shows on? Like, my wife likes to watch the Bravo channel. How can she watch Bravo? She likes shows on Bravo.
You probably would have to subscribe to.
So, and then are we just going to start adding? And we're all these subscriptions, and it's just going to add up to more or less
a cable bill. But
the same as a cable satellite.
I got to tell you, Pluto TV, like, people laughed at it when it first came out, and they've really improved what they do. And they carry a lot of the stuff. Now, as far as the network TV shows and stuff like that, that's not going to happen. But as far as, like, Bravo might be carried on Pluto TV. I could see Bravo as being one of those things. And then they do shows that are popular. They do they'll dedicate an entire channel to shows that are. Family Feud has an entire channel that is dedicated to to one channel on Pluto.
I don't care about Family
Feud.
No,
I'm just saying that I'm giving that as an example. This Old House.
Don't care about that show.
This Old House is awesome. Are you kidding me? How could you not care about This Old House?
My wife wants to watch her Below Decks and her Orange County House Moms or Housewives.
I bet you.
And she wants to watch her shows and then whatever else she watches.
I'm going to pull it.
And then, I want to be able to watch Discovery, History Channel. I don't know. There's a few others probably. Outside of sports. Sports you can get. I don't need it. But I'm just like, I'm ready to cut the bill. Has anybody cut the cord?
I have. I cut the cord a long time ago, but I use your password to watch TV shows.
But you don't really watch TV shows. Yeah, I know. See, it's going to hurt you when I leave TV.
That's fine. I'll just subscribe to Peacock or whatever I need to subscribe to.
Yeah, that was the reason I got thinking about this is because Peacock's out. But then I noticed for $4.99 a month you can do this service or $10 a month. So now I got the $10 here, I got the $15 here, I got the $14 here. I mean, next thing I know, it's more than it all adds up.
To be honest with you, I'm thinking about. I know this would not be popular with the family. But Netflix kicking that thing to the curb now that they can't watch The Office on it. Because I didn't realize until
a lot of good stuff
until the last 7 days how much I watched The Office on Netflix and how Netflix is this barren corner of my apps listings on my television.
I think about Netflix. There's a lot of movies. There's a lot of good movies.
Is there,
Netflix.
though?
They make their own. There's
a lot of crap, too. There's a lot of bad stuff on there.
I'll tell you what's nice is
all of it.
I would choose Prime over Netflix because with Prime, you not only get your packages in 2 days and all that kind of stuff, but the TV shows, and you get Showtime shows. So Showtime comes with Prime right now. So it's like having Showtime and Prime. It's kind of nice. And it's cheaper than Netflix. Anyways, Def Leppard, Stone Temple Pilots after the break.
Showtime comes with Prime for good, or is it just like a trial?
It's been that way
period?
since I can remember, the last couple of years. We watch all our Showtime shows off of Prime.
Really?
Yeah.
I was not aware of that as a Prime member.
If you're a Prime member,
watcher.
There's a show on there with Bryan Cranston. I think I brought it up last week called Your Honor. It is awesome.
Look at there's a Dr. Oz channel, Jeremy.
Yeah, I guess it's like you don't even know me.
93.3 KCOZ.